It's Week 17 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Mounties bruising running back. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Mounties and the Steamers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage run after run and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense can get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Savor them while you can, football fans. Just 2 weeks left in our regular season as we get underway in Week 17. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
Last week was the ideal showing for him and really allowed his offense to feed off of him. He elevated everybody around him. Just got to look at his stat line to see how well he was throwing the ball. 300-plus yard game, several touchdowns, tremendous efficiency.
Throwing on their first play. He's got pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We knew we were in store for some crazy blitz packages from this defense, and already one play in, and that linebacker gets home for the sack. Critical now for this offense to identify what you're seeing and for this defense to continue to frustrate and get after the quarterback.
Well, no look on his first look of the game, and things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Well, this is exactly what the defense wants to do to these quarterbacks. You want to speed them up, and the best way to do it is to hit them and bring them to the ground. Conversely, they've got to figure out offensively how to protect. If you can't protect, you can't execute, you can't do anything offensively.
Steamers getting their punt team out there. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this 3rd-year QB.
Kate, I know you get tired of hearing me say there's no substitute for experience, but it is totally true. Taking the reins of an NFL team as a young quarterback, you want the game to slow down, and the only way it slows down is to get more and more of these opportunities to go lead your team game in and game out.
And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
And they bring him down around the 34. He gets 6 on that play, and they're going to have a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Completed over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Tight end going in motion here. First down from the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. Has it at the 7. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They'll try and punch it in. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Mounties have a great first drive and get the game's first points. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll give him a first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still second down.
All right, here we go. Second down. They'll throw it. Connecting on the slant. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Throwing now, off play action. That's completed right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 37 on the play. And that'll be a first down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Back-to-back carries here. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. He'll throw it. Quick slant complete. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a gain of 1 big yard, Brock, because that sets him up with 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Is in, touchdown! The Steamers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steamers tie this game 7-7. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Mounties and their running back about to get back to work. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. The Steamers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as he continues lighting up the stat sheets this season, we can see he's still chasing one man for the NFL lead in passing yardage. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. And following the play, we've got a break in the action as the trainers head out. They had a man hurt on the play, and hopefully this doesn't affect his availability for the playoffs. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
That's complete to Jackson. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Punting unit out now. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be their football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. Has the connection to Jones. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there. That's going to be a penalty.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. The penalty goes ahead and gives them the 1st.
Automatic 1st down.
They've got first down from the 31. They'll motion a tight end left. Throwing from the gun here. He's got it over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 37. They'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And this is incomplete. Took the check down for granted. He's lucky that wasn't picked and taken the other way. 4th down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. The Steamers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And we're getting a look at the leaders in passing touchdowns this season here, where you will find his name among the top 5 right now in the NFL. On first down, they'll run. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Dropping back to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing with a blitz on the way. This is reeled in by Jackson. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll give them a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll do what he can. That carry gets to the 35-yard line. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Another carry for him. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first.
Encroachment, defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking slant route complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Motioning him from the slot right. Handoff on 2nd and short. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's a give up the middle. And they stand him up. No breaking through, and the defense holds.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Punt team on the field. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop it behind the line. Back To the line they go. It's second down. Throwing off the play fake here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they'll get ready to go on offense. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. A give now from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
They're going to throw it on third and long. Deep down the right sideline, it's his running back making the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards, and it'll give him a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He's got a man left, and he's brought down after a short gain. That's the 2-minute warning in what has been a defensive battle. And it's the Steamers with a 2nd and 7. They are throwing it again. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. So now here's 3rd and 5. They'll try and throw it here. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. He'll throw it yet again. Cut near the goal line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. Takes the handoff, now to throw. And that's caught in the end zone for the touchdown. The Steamers get some late points and the lead. You can't blame them for biting on that play action, Brock. Down at the 1-yard line, you're expecting it to be a run, which made that pass play the perfect call.
Show those defenders what they want to see, what they're expecting to see, so when they give them that good old run fake and pull it back, well, it is touchdown offense.
That one right down the middle. And the Steamers break that tie and now lead by 7. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense getting to take the field one more time in the half. They don't have much time left, but facing a small deficit, they could try to get this into field goal range. Only a half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. From the 31. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. Third and a lone yard coming up. They go play action here. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He has it at the 22. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So as we reach halftime here, we've got the visiting Steamers taking a lead into the break. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. The story is halfway told. Let's see what the back half has in store as we get started in the third quarter. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
They'll throw on third and long. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Steamers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And what we saw in the first half wasn't an anomaly, partner. They've kept throwing it to him as we work throughout the rest of this game, and the results have been just as good. They'll come out throwing. All in left side. And he's tackled for a short gain. Second down now, 7 to go. Option give here. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. They're throwing it. That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
They'll run here on first down. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Now looking to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives them the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun. Dumped off to his running back. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Here's what I know. I know this one, Kate, from personal experience. After this one's over, QB, well, he's going to spend some time in that cold tub because he's been in so much time on the ground, taking a beating today. This offensive line, this offense has got to find a way to protect the passer.
And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. This offense getting all set for this series. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
And he'll get it up to the 27. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And they'll have 1st down.
These aren't the plays that will lead highlight reels, but they're the ones that win you ball games. What a nice gain by the back. And now his offense can go in any number of directions on 1st and 10.
Jones reels it in. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Motioning the tight end now. They'll run here from the gun. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Looking for a throw here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Steamers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. And just like that, a very run-focused drive comes to an end that time with an interception.
You know, a lot of times, Kate, when you're finding success running it on a drive, it's because the defense is just waiting for you to throw it. And that's where they're prepared at the time. Sure enough, well, it's not a rush that dooms them, but a pass and an interception.
Here comes their offense out again. They'll have a shorter field ahead of them now, Brock. That pick sets them up just shy of the 40. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They're going play action. And that's going to be knocked away. May have saved a completion there. And that brings us to the end of our 3rd quarter. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
3rd and long for him here. Has it downfield, working the left. And he gets this forward to the 19. They got 24 yards on the play. And it sets up 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
All set up now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. Pass play now. The throw is caught. Touchdown! Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Now they'll try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steamers double their lead to 14. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense ready to take the field now. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
This one's quickly to Jones. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
3 quarters in the books from this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Second and 3 now. They'll run it from the gun. Juke the defender. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They'll throw on 1st. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They'll come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw. Completed over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And in for the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Now we'll see them try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Mounties chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. 1st and 10 from the 41. Running it now out of the gun. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Throwing from the gun here. Complete over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 43. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. The ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make? When in reality, in this game, in the 4th quarter, decision-making is also knowing when to salvage a play. Salvage that real estate that's so important to try to play a little add-on and make this a 2-score game. That sack, that's not going to help in that decision at all.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a 1-score game.
And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw now. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Hand off to the back. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Looking to the air here. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And they're going to have a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we watch the Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10 because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up. This one misses the tight end. And that brings up 4th and short. The Mounties sending out their punt team. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
First down, ball at the 36. Pass play coming here. Brought in right side. And he'll get it up to the 44. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. He's got a man left. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. He's gonna throw this one. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't gonna risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. He'll throw it yet again. This is reeled in by Jackson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Low back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And an opening doesn't materialize. He's cut near the line of scrimmage. They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. Another drive coming up for this offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Here he is to throw. He's got it over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Offense set for a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They motion the tight end over. He'll look to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Finds his man over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Desperation time here on 4th. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Setting up to pass. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one.
Defense.
Ball game's not over just yet. Don't leave those seats. The interference call means we're going to have an untimed down here. One final shot here. And this this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Steamers emerge as winners as we say so long from Toronto.